ongoing series. Every day here between 10 and 11 o'clock Eastern, we're talking with a different candidate, candidates from all across the country. Today we're going down to the state of Florida. You ever spend any time in Orlando? A lot of you probably been to Disneyland, Disney World. Well, we're going to meet somebody there. Kurt Kelly is a state representative. He's a business owner down there. And he is running for Congress in the 8th Congressional District. It is held by an incumbent, or the incumbent is a Democrat named Alan Grayson. And the primary date is August the 24th. Kurt, hello, Senator. How are you doing, Dave?
Well, Heather, it's wonderful, and it's great to be on your show. And you're exactly right. We are running against probably the man that has been recognized, or he's notorious for his statements out in the press, specifically that in the health care debate, the Republicans' plan was to not get sick, but if you do get sick, die quickly.
Okay. All right. So you're a small business owner. What what are some of the issues that you care about most, or would like to focus on the most if you make it to Congress?
Well, I was listening to your program right before I got on this interview, and I was hearing your folks talk about what we can do to turn. Somebody mentioned this may be a little depression. Quite frankly, when we start looking at the numbers of unemployment and the job losses that are out there, this is depression-esque type of numbers that we're seeing. In my area in Central Florida, and I represent from all the way down from Ocala all the way down into Orlando, into the Disney World area. In our area, we're running between 12.5% to 14% unemployment. And the federal government and the Obama plan was to come in and stimulate the economy. It has done nothing of the like. And quite frankly, the only economy that Obama and the Obama plan has done, and guys like Alan Grayson has openly and vociferously supported, is to be able to stimulate the economy in Washington, D.C., which currently right now only has a 4% unemployment area. It is second in the nation in job growth, and it's actually second in lowest in unemployment.
Yeah, we know all those jobs are going to the federal government.
They're going to the federal government.
Who make twice as much as the average person in the private sector. Federal salaries are double what the private sector equivalent job pays.
And so when we talk about a stimulus plan, here's the mindset, here's the philosophy behind it. It is let's grow government. And let me tell you something. Our founding fathers understood this. They understood that you could not build a viable economy if what you're going to try to do is build it through a government plan. They never intended that. They believed in the Adam Smith philosophy. They believed in a free market economy. They believed in bolstering for small businesses and supporting them. If they would have taken some of this, quote, stimulus dollars instead of trying to bolster the economy of the federal government and put it in ways of grants and opportunities and matching grants for small businesses to get started and to do things like that, or tax credits and tax breaks for our citizens, we could have headed this thing off, or we could at least start headed down the right path instead of going exactly the opposite direction.
All right, let me ask you about the nuts and bolts of your campaign. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 primary opponents?
By the end of the day, it may be more than that. And let me just say this: that's probably a testament to how bad Alan Grayson is. Everybody has said, hey, listen, this guy does not represent a center-right district that's been represented by Republicans and conservatives for many, many years. All of a sudden, he came in on the Obama wave and a couple of things. He actually ran to the center. And then he has just completely misrepresented himself. He's misrepresented both his extremist liberal philosophy. I actually believe.
Give me an example of something he voted for that you say is extremist liberal.
Well, let me think of something. Everything he's voted for, and whether it be the stimulus, whether it be cap and trade, whether it be he was one of the major vociferous mouthpieces for the health care. I mean, he was the one, again, going onto the House floor and made that really a statement that just sort of set the nation in flame over that the Republicans just want you to die quickly. So he has been out there. He made a statement that when the Supreme Court said that businesses will have the right to engage with their money, a free exercise of their expression, political expression, he likened that to the Dred Scott decision and actually put in legislation to try to stop businesses actually having an influence into politics. He has, I can go on, but he is
That's
also...
Okay. I'm going to jump in and ask you. I want to switch gears for 1 second.
All right.
I noticed that you served on your county school board, which is
did.
A very powerful position. We are doing a series here on the Fox News channel all this week about what we're calling the textbook wars, and how there's a battle between the left and the right for how our history is presented and reported in textbooks that our school kids will get. Talk with me a little bit about your experiences in that. As a school board member, you would have had some ability to influence what could go in schools' curriculum.
You know, actually, at the school board level, while I had the opportunity to we actually evaluated that and to look at actually trying to bolster at our local level teaching civics and moving away. When we saw egregious areas of revisionist history, we could certainly question it in the selection of the textbooks. But let me tell you where we have a greater opportunity to do that, and that's at the state level. And now that I'm a state representative here in Florida, those are areas that we are watching very carefully, and we're actually trying to move away from just textbooks. We're trying to go now more content-oriented that allows us to look at using other resources and so forth, not just textbooks. But and looking at companies that are out there trying to bring such revisionist history to our teaching of our children. I sponsored this year a bill along with some very good friends of mine in the Florida House that is looking to bolster the teaching of our civics. We know that children right now, if we took a poll of children in our schools across America, they could tell you the 3 judges on American Idol, but I bet you they couldn't tell you 3 judges on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, well, that's the case for a lot of folks here.
So that's why we're actually, from a state level, we're actually looking at that, trying to make sure that we're teaching really what happened and what the philosophy is behind the greatness, the exceptionalism of America.
Understood. Kurt Kelly, a Republican state representative from the state of Florida. Thank you so much. And he is running for Congress in Florida's 8th congressional district. The incumbent there is Alan Grayson. Sir, will you keep us up to speed in terms of how things are going there for you?
And I will keep in touch. But people can keep in touch with me by going to www.gokurtkelly.com.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Calling in. Take care. Have a good day.